just grab water like that. You know, he exhibited the coup de grace, so the fate isn't accompli unless you get higher than 10 points, which he did. He made 10 points. Change ends.
Unless it's before Lent.
All right. Have I won?
What?
yeah. You've won.
So he played him in a match, but he used a butter knife.
You're kidding me.
Hand me that butter knife, Stephen. Oh, and he beat him as well. I can see through the camera that they didn't know that.
No. Welcome to podcast 36, episode 36 of Bloomin Legends. I'm Johnny Vaughan. That's Gavin Woods.
Hi.
Sorry.
No, it's here. I'm Gavin. That's my name. It's not me.
Yeah. Bloomin Legends with Johnny Vaughan.
Yeah.
And Gavin Woods.
That's both of us.
Over the next 40 odd minutes.
Yes.
You're going to be pretty thrilled by what we've got on offer today. We've got. Are you a fan of sport?
Yes.
So am I.
I am.
But you don't have to be a fan of sport to enjoy what we've got today. Because today, it's Che Guevara. No, I'm kidding. Today we have got a sportsman. But I don't in any way, if you're not a sports fan, want that to put you off. Because, Bloomin Legends, yeah? I mean, I'm not a fan of Russian monks.
Exactly.
You know, we had Rasputin.
Exactly.
I'm not necessarily a fan of bear hunters.
Also, Russian monk is not an Olympic event.
Right.
It just isn't.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of marauding English tribal queens.
Right.
You know, but
exactly.
Look, but boldest sits at number 3.
Legendary
on the
she
Bloomin
is.
Legendary chart. Right. I'm not a fan of like Romanian warlords who drive spikes through people's perineums,
yes, and
up
mount
through
them
their
into
body,
a forest
up the top of their head, and create a forest of dead, slaughtered humans. I'm not a fan of that.
Exactly.
Right. So
exactly.
So when I say to you, it doesn't matter, despite the fact it is a sporting hero today. It doesn't matter if you like sport or not. That's I think quite nicely.
I think it's beautifully put. Because today, Johnny, the Bloomin Legend we've got is more of a gentleman athlete than an actual sport.
No, don't say the word athlete. That puts them off more than sport if they don't like sport.
He's more of a gentleman.
Christ, no one watches athletics, Gav. No one.
No, it's not about athletics.
Well, once every 4 years, people suddenly take an interest.
I mean, even the 100-metre sprint, if it's not the Olympics, probably not bothering to watch.
I can, even 100 metres, I'm not almost in, I can change over after about 6 seconds.
Normally, even on the Olympics,
during
the 100-metre sprint, I don't really want to tune in till about halfway through the sprint.
Well, you can't take.
I just want to see that last 9 yards. Basically.
I'll certainly. I can just. What's the longest event? People talk about endurance events. What's the longest you can watch? You know. I mean, there's some people who can stay tuned for a marathon. I remember when we used to have Brendan Foster, who was our big 10,000 metre runners.
Live marathon commentary.
I remember once being in the sick bay at school.
Yeah.
And there was some event from Gateshead.
Yeah.
Because they're always running in Gateshead.
They were.
And I think
Why
it was from
Gateshead.
Or not. It's where people like running a lot in Gateshead.
The great marathon of Gateshead.
The great Gateshead. I remember watching Brendan Foster like running around. And I watched the whole 5,000 metres. And it said...
You watched the start, the middle, and the end.
It was the only thing on telly. Apart from that, it was it was a test card. I watched that. And I watched it.
Saturday morning in the sick bay.
No, it was like a Wednesday afternoon or some shit. You know. And it was like Commonwealth Games or something.
Right, okay.
Anyway, so I don't know. It might have been Gateshead, but he had a shirt with Gateshead on it.
Of course.
Anyway... And then they came back, and whoever was the anchor says, tomorrow, Brendan, of course, will be back on the track for the 10,000. I was thinking, that's amazing. That's our afternoon cut out. Running round a track.
And how's he doing now, Brendan?
No, that's like, it's so many times round. It's many. 50 laps.
It's loads, isn't it?
It's 50 laps.
Yes, it is. It's 400 metres round once.
No, sorry. It's 25 laps.
That's loads, isn't it? That's
yes,
loads.
It's 25 laps of a track. No, one of the things about long distance running is that, and the thing you sort of persuade yourself that it's okay, is because you get to see the world. It's a change of scenery.
Sure, yeah.
But 25 laps
of a track. Yeah, it's not.
They were running in
interesting,
Battersea Park at the weekend. They were just going up and doing a Battersea Park half marathon, just running up and down, literally a hairpin
Back and forth.
around, back and forth.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you honestly. And they look really pleased with themselves. I think it's because a lot of people just have longed to have a number on.
Definitely.
Just grab water like that, like great sort of overweight city blokes,
thundering along, looking like Boris Johnson.
Dunlop green flash,
It's terrible shorts,
like really shit old trainers, obviously
pink thighs. Yeah.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to do is give you a flavour of the way we view athletics.
Sure.
Before,
and the context, the momentum,
and the
of
momentum.
the Olympics,
Just say, hey, it's okay. It's a safe space. This isn't one of those sporting podcasts.
No, it really isn't.
That's all I'm trying to say. So, Gav, who is Bloomin Legend with Johnny Vaughan and Gavin Woods? Bloomin Legend number 36. Now we're in a safe space.
Yes, we are. Today's legend, Johnny, is Max Woosnam, the ultimate gentleman sportsman.
Okay.
It has been described as the world's, or at least Britain's, greatest ever all-round sportsman.
Really?
All-round.
More than C.P. Fry or whatever?
He was a cricketer, C.P. Fry,
wasn't
wasn't
he?
and an
Things.
actor as
Yes.
well. That's
no,
right,
no,
yeah.
he was everything.
Was he?
He's one of the only people that for his dinner party turn, Johnny used to do.
What?
In the drawing room afterwards.
What?
He'd get them to clear the mantelpiece.
And?
He could jump onto the mantelpiece from a standing jump. He could.
Didn't Dennis Compton play cricket for England and football for Arsenal?
Yes, you captained both.
And would show up at the ground in last night's dinner jacket.
Yeah, right.
Smoking
That's
a
right.
cigarette.
And his brother as well, didn't he?
Yes,
Brother
both played for England and Arsenal.
Yeah, I think both called Dennis.
Well,
no.
The Comptons.
Compton.
Compton, yeah.
It will be Dennis Compton.
Anyway, Dennis Compton looked lazy compared to today's legend. Today's legend, Max Woosnam, born in Liverpool in 1887. Into a comfortable upper-class family. His father was a clergyman. He went to Winchester College to school, and he was already a prodigy. He was captain of the cricket team. He led the football team and represented the school at squash and golf.
Yeah.
As a schoolboy.
Do you know what's amazing? Is that Winchester has one of those. It's fantastic when you get a public school that has an old boys.
Yeah.
An old boy's name.
Yes.
Which is nothing.
What is it?
Wycomist.
Oh, that's because Charterhouse has Carthusians.
Yeah, Charterhouse is Carthusians. Highgate is Old Cholmondeleyans.
Is it? And is it spelled Cholmondeley?
Yeah, yes, absolutely right. Of course it is.
Old Cholmondeleyans.
No, Old Cholmondeleyans. Yeah, right. Yeah, but
they love how
it's delightful, isn't it?
Love it.
Yeah. It's nothing
so
worse
funny.
than a school that's just Etonians.
Yeah.
Harrow's Harrovian, that's sort of okay.
Yeah.
Rugby, but fairly dull, isn't it, compared to Wycomist.
Old Wycamians.
Carthusians. Wonderful. Because
love it.
then they call themselves car enthusiasts, don't they?
Oh, do they as a joke? Right.
If you've been to Shrewsbury, I think that's Old Salopians.
That's right.
That's not bad.
No,
but I think for me, top of the pile, Old Cholmondeleyans, top of the pile.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Followed by Wycomist.
For Highgate.
So what school is that then?
How's it
What
connected?
school is that? So Roger Cholmondeley.
It's like dukes and earls. They've got 15 different names.
Yes.
There's their actual name.
Which
is like, Andrew Carnegie.
But he eventually will become the Marquis of Stroud before he's.
But obviously, which means Lord Tweedsmuir.
And then the Earl of Londonderry before he becomes. You got to have a Northern Irish one in there.
Always.
Yeah, go on.
He's still a boy. He's at school. He's at Winchester.
What sort of year is this now?
So we're in
1912.
Yeah, we're turn of the century.
No, 1912 it'll be. No. What year was he born? 1887?
Yeah, turn of the century. It would have been around 1900. That would have made him 13.
13.
Yeah, he would have been 13.
I'm trying to think if that's a good time to be born in terms of avoiding World War One. Hang on, wait a second.
Not in this case.
Okay.
He got involved.
Okay, no, but it's quite late.
You
could probably get out there.
Yeah.
You could develop a leg injury in that
Absolutely.
time. You saw that one coming.
Anyway, he wasn't just good is the point. He dominated sports he was involved in, all of them. He has been described as certainly Britain, if not the world's greatest ever all-rounder. Did he even have time to learn at school? No, he just played sport. While he was there, he regularly posted huge scores. He played for a mixed public schools 11 and scored 144 not out against MCC as a schoolboy.
Wow.
This innings led to him being awarded the Wisden Almanac School Player of the Year, which is probably quite a big deal.
A massive
If anyone who doesn't know what Wisden is, it's the cricket Bible.
It's the cricket. It's Wisden Cricket Almanac.
Yes, it's a collection of every piece of data from the season every year of anyone of note, of anyone in what they would call first class. And,
obviously all first class, but all first class, all public schools,
right,
and all whatever, decent county side or decent, regional sides.
Right. So I wasn't good at sport at school. I never made the first team of anything. I did seconds cricket, which is the best cricket team to be involved in.
Yes.
The B team is always more fun.
I don't know, Gavin.
I never got near first team rugby.
I wouldn't.
Seconds.
I don't know, but when we looked across, I remember they looked like they were having fun.
Did you get any trophies or medals for sport at school?
No, but I was pretty good.
You played football,
wait a second.
didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, I won the school single wicket.
Did you?
Yes, I had my colours at rugby.
Was it inter-house?
I had my colours at rugby as a 13-year-old.
Right.
I didn't get my colours at football because the headmaster didn't like me.
Right.
In fact, I scored a hat-trick on my debut.
And was he quite involved in the football?
Yes, he was.
Because sometimes a teacher doesn't have any involvement.
He was a ghastly man.
Was he?
Yes. Loved beating us.
Yeah,
I scored a hat-trick on my debut.
Oh, did you?
For the first 11.
Yeah.
And he was walking between games. He was going between the first 11 game and the Colts game.
Right.
And he was walking between the two of them. And every time he came back, I'd scored another. And my father was there just looking at him. And he goes, what's the score? He goes, 2-0, Jonathan again. Not that my father speaks like that, or spoke like that, bless him. And he just walked straight off because he couldn't stand me. But he never gave me the ball.
Never?
No, which was unheard of.
Even for your hat-trick?
No, you always got given the ball.
So rude.
The school can't afford it.
Oh, sure it
Yeah,
can't.
I know. I was gutted.
Yeah. Wow.
Really upset, yeah.
I once did, the school I went to, you could move to the senior school from the junior school.
Yeah.
You could move either when you were 12 or 13.
Yeah.
And I moved late because my brother was also in the year, a couple of years above, and we stayed together and then we moved together.
Okay.
And I got the chance to play against the team I couldn't get into.
Right.
Against the teacher's team.
Right, nice.
And I got 7 for 37.
Did you?
I bowled out 7 of them.
Fantastic.
For 37 runs.
Oh, that's amazing.
So satisfying.
Yes.
And the teacher who would never pick me, whose team I had just thrashed single-handedly.
Yeah, no, fantastic.
Do you know what the best he could manage?
What?
Well, you turned a couple there, Woods.
No, I love that. I captained my school darts team.
Yeah.
Which was incredible.
Your school had a darts team?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, because the school's 400 years old.
Right.
So we had a darts tournament
Did you?
against the town.
In the pub?
No.
I was going to say.
They built a proper area for it. It was, and I can tell you now, it was well attended.
The school hockey shall not be disturbed.
It was really well attended.
Wow, I bet it was.
It was really well attended.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to Max Woosnam. His first Bloomin Legend moment, playing football for England as a teenager.
Yeah.
He was only 5'10" and a half. He wasn't tall. Played as a centre half. So he must have been really good. Before he reached university level, he played football for England schoolboys in 1911. So now he's 23.
Yeah.
He joined Trinity College at Cambridge. At Oxford and Cambridge,
Isn't that just spies?
Well, you got your blue if you were exceptional at Oxford or Cambridge.
Yes.
You were made a blue.
Yes.
Typically, students would receive colours for one sport, mostly.
Yes.
Sometimes more than. Sometimes two.
There's a few double blues. Hockey and cricket's doubled up a few times.
Do you know how many Max got?
How many?
4.
Really?
He got blues in football, tennis, golf, and cricket.
But I think if you just play for them, you're a blue.
No, I think you have to be one of the
the
best.
I think it's gone beyond colours. I think if you just play for them for a season, you're a blue. You
right.
Can then,
Right. Well, anyway, at that
which
time,
blue do you prefer, the dark or the light?
I'm always Oxford for some reason. My dad always was.
I just like
Although
dark blue.
I quite
more.
like the light blue.
No, for me it's Chelsea, Man City.
Yeah.
I like the blue anyway.
It's more navy, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, he didn't just represent Cambridge at football, tennis, golf, and cricket. He also represented them at real tennis.
Did he?
Which I don't know if they still let you represent.
I've had a game
Cambridge.
of that.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I played it.
My father-in-law's played it at Hampton Court.
Yeah, I played
quite
at
a
Hampton
lot.
Court, yes.
Quite a lot.
And I lost at the very last, but because Steve, who I was playing it against, you can see it on YouTube, actually.
Right, yeah, go on.
On Mudmen.
Uh-huh.
He managed to suddenly hit the ball from nowhere into this hole at the end. And if you get it in the hole, it's like, that's it. You've won everything.
That's number one.
Everything we've done before
is finished.
It's finished.
And it's like rollerball.
Come on, it's like rollerball. You may as well not bother.
Medieval rollerball.
The balls are quite hard, though.
They are. They're like baseballs.
It's not like a tennis
ball. And they have to make them.
There's a bit of give in them.
There is, yeah.
But they look like a tennis ball.
But it's weird if you've never seen real tennis or royal tennis. The whole section on the left side of
hang on.
It's royal tennis. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the same as Real Madrid.
Oh.
Of course it is.
I was today.
Oh, was that when you found out?
Oh, God.
Well, anyway.
So it's real tennis.
Real tennis.
Oh, okay.
Of course it is.
I've always even...
It's a bit like squash. There is a net, but you can use the roof.
Squash has got no net.
No. But what I mean by that is that you can use...
I thought you said it's a bit like squash. There is a net.
No, there is a net as in tennis.
Yeah, okay.
But you can use the roof of the observing gallery and you can use the walls and anything you like.
Crazy,
it's crazy. It's like five-a-side tennis.
Yes, and then you shout certain things.
Yeah, do you?
Yes.
What, like medieval Spanish?
Bechamel! If you are playing it, you'll need two of you, an instructor.
Yes.
Someone to score it, witnesses, and also I think
some hounds.
I think you've got to have at least two witnesses, and then you've got to have someone who occasionally can tell you what the fuck is going on. I think that's
because if I go in the special hole.
I don't know what their title is, but there is someone there who goes, no, that's that game over.
That's right. Now that's what's called parlay.
Yeah.
And it's just
what? You finished the game because he didn't make the crowd.
That's right. It's fait accompli at that line.
Yes.
What?
What? He exhibited the coup de grace, so the fate isn't accompli unless you get higher than 10 points, which he did. He made 10 points. Change ends.
Unless it's before Lent.
All right. Have I won?
What?
Yeah. You've won. You may as well stop. Neither of you can win now. What? What do you mean we can't win?
Anyway, so Max, let's face it, is a great all-round sportsman.
Yeah.
At university, now we're into what we're calling Max's pre-war. So we're leading up to World War I now.
Okay.
This is the period 1910 to 1914.
Okay.
This is a 4-year period after university and before he goes to war. This is his sporting rise.
Okay.
In 1911, after university, he's selected to play football for Corinthian.
Yeah.
Now, I know you know a lot about Corinthian Football Club.
Yes.
The amateur gentlemen's club, famous for their sportsmanship. It was famously summed up in their attitude to penalties. As far as they were concerned, a gentleman would never deliberately foul an opposition player.
The Corinthian casuals used to deliberately miss penalties.
No, the goalie would step aside. Oh, yes, if they conceded a penalty.
No.
The goalie would step aside because they would never assume it was deliberate, and they would let the player score the goal.
Yeah. No, but
and if they were awarded a penalty,
they would deliberately miss a penalty. The referee must be in error. A gentleman would never foul another gentleman.
There you go. How amazing!
They were also even better than that. They were also forbidden from they didn't celebrate goals.
Right. Not even a handshake.
No, because the whole team has scored it.
Of course.
You can't. It's not one individual. It must be. I could have been Jeffrey at the back, or I could have been.
I couldn't have done it without Watkins.
Young Toss or Gio. Also, in the Corinthian Athletic Club,
yes,
they were forbidden from training.
Yeah, because that was cheating.
Yeah. Not everyone can train. There's some people who've got all the time in the world. They can just,
That's not fair. You're right, because a gentleman is an amateur.
Yes.
For the love of amateur.
Which a lot of you might not realise.
For the love of the game.
Did you know that amateur comes from literally the word same as amour, for the love of doing something? So
I can see through the camera that they didn't know that.
No, but people say he's a total amateur. But it actually means it's implicit the professionals have no love for the game. Right. They're just doing it purely out
for
of
a living. Yeah.
But there was no sense before. It must have been amazing living in an age when the amateur was a miles superior thing.
Right.
No,
And
he's a brilliant amateur. That was like wow.
it was the main
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Because if a working
No,
man...
professionals were like that, weren't
No,
they?
of course they were.
Yeah, but they've hired a Hello there, I'm a professional footballer.
And they had a day job.
Dear, yeah.
And they had a day job, which is why the Toffs didn't train, because it wasn't fair.
Well, no, but it wasn't just tough. Lots of people carried on jobs like doctors and things, and they played. But you could always tell.
Now, you're talking about rugby players now.
Yeah, but no, you talk footballers all the way through.
Yeah, go on.
You can always tell an amateur player in any of them because their initials came first.
Oh, double initials
Yeah,
always.
so they had initials
yeah.
before their name.
Right.
And then if it's a professional, it's just surname.
Oh, is that
and,
how
and,
it
and
worked?
then afterwards an initial if it's Smith, J to separate them.
Right.
But if it was something like J.R. Smith, that's an amateur.
I've got you.
Right.
Awesome. So, yes, he plays for Corinthians,
Yes.
which is a big deal. It's the club, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's the amateur gentleman's club.
Well, yes. Yes, it is. It is.
was at the time.
We're late on now, though. You know,
Yes, we are. Yeah,
The golden age of the Corinthians, really
Late
1860s,
19th
1870s.
century,
By the turn of the century, you're now getting quite big professional football
Absolutely, yeah.
happening, you know.
And organised club sports are
Yeah.
really kicking up now.
Yeah.
And now we get to his second Bloomin Legend moment.
What's his second Bloomin Legend
So
moment?
we're in the early 19 teens here, not quite
Okay.
the war yet.
Okay.
In one football match, he shows up late for the game, but he does play.
Yeah.
The reason he's late is because he played in a tennis tournament earlier.
Yeah, I bet the Corinthians are sort of frowning at that a little bit.
I would imagine, because it's a
Anyone-
little too much.
No, but turning up even slightly late, punctuality must be really...
That's not very gentlemanly.
No, it's not.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah.
But he scores a hat-trick.
Right.
And don't forget, he's a centre-half.
Right.
So he scores a hat-trick for Corinthians.
Yeah.
By 1913...
Gav, if I'm honest with you, I think you wouldn't even recognise the game then.
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Remember they were
The
playing...
positions are all completely
Even in the
different.
20s, they're playing that ridiculous WM formation of
I know.
of
I
Herbert, whatever
remember.
it's-
Yeah. Herbert Chapman.
Herbert Chapman
In
at
the
Arsenal.
30s, that was. Yeah.
I think 20s.
20s and 30s, yeah. By 1913, he is selected to travel to Brazil with the team for a tour where he scores the opening goals in both games, one against Rio de Janeiro,
Yes.
one against Paulistano,
Yes.
which I presume is the São Paulo team.
Yes.
Before the war starts, he also represents Chelsea Football Club.
Does he?
Yeah, though he insisted on remaining an amateur and refused to be paid. Along like the other professionals, because
Yes.
we did have professionals.
No, they did have professionals. Like Fatty Fox would have been the
Yeah,
keeper
that's right.
back
Oh,
then.
did Chelsea have Fatty
Yeah,
Fuchs?
we bought Fatty Fox from, I
Oh,
think,
did you?
Preston North End. No, I can't remember where we bought it from.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about the Corinthians there is that must be the tour where they set up the Corinthian Football Club over in Brazil.
It must be.
Because they've got
Yes,
Corinthians
they have
there,
got them there,
which was
yes.
the sister club.
That's right,
I think
yeah.
they still play. I think they still go over and tour there.
They may well do.
I saw a documentary about the current Corinthians who are based in Surrey, and they've got a football club. And I was thinking, if you were one of those rich people and wanted to get involved in a team, you'd restart the Corinthians.
Yes.
You know,
Start from scratch.
yeah. If I was Frank Lampard,
Yeah.
you know, yes, he's got Coventry there, but I'd buy the Corinthians
Definitely.
just to have the
and
Corinthians.
just build them up. Yeah,
definitely,
it'd be fantastic.
and really keep it as the home of utter gentlemanliness. Maybe take Premiership players, you know, when they're going to retire.
Yeah, start it that
And
way.
if you're
yeah,
really good, you get chosen for the Corinthians.
And wouldn't it be great
Yeah.
because they could also just never go down
Yes,
under a tackle
yes.
and never celebrate
No,
a
but that's
goal.
it. No, you're playing the Corinthians, and it's a
you
real
have to play
privilege.
that way.
If you've played really well in the Premier League, you get invited to play your final season for the Corinthians. Wouldn't it be great if something like that, as mythical and wonderful,
That'd be awesome.
existed like that in football? You
Yeah,
know, and there was,
it'd be
and they
great.
played maybe first division football. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that anyway. He came in, I'll play for Chelsea.
Yeah.
But don't give me any money.
Yeah.
That's a bit gauche.
no, they wouldn't have. Yeah.
But they did have pro players then. Anyway.
But remember, when they're paying them, they only got a wage.
No, I know.
They got the same
I'm
wage.
sure, yeah.
As a regular job.
I'm
the
sure,
point is,
yeah.
They didn't have to work.
That's true, right.
Instead,
Yeah,
they played football.
They trained, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the point about Max Woosnam is while he was doing this,
Yes.
he was also climbing the national tennis rankings.
Okay.
He played elite level golf at the same time.
Right.
He once played 18 holes in the morning.
Right.
They must have teed off at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because he then went on and played a first-class football match in the afternoon.
Right.
And then a tennis match in the evening.
Right.
He won all three.
So he played golf in the morning, played for Chelsea
Football in the afternoon.
Chelsea in the afternoon.
Tennis in the evening. Won
Tennis
all
in the
three
evening.
games.
Yes.
Won all of them.
Yeah.
In one day. In 1914. he-
John, I'd like to think.
Yeah.
I'd like to think he's able to see his fancy girl. No,
he had time for luncheon.
no.
And to
No,
meet
I'd like to think that after lunch he still had time for a little tryst on a punt somewhere.
At his apartments in Whitehall.
Still had time for a little bit of slap and tickle of a wench. Yeah.
Anyway, in 1914, we're now on the cusp of the war. He's on board a ship heading to Brazil. Not a great place to be when the war's about to kick off for their next tour. And war is declared while they're there. And at once, the entire Corinthians team turned round to go back and volunteer.
Yeah, right.
They all joined up, all of them.
All of them.
They all said there's more to life than sport.
Yes.
And that's the real Corinthian mindset. So they all decided to return after a quick stop in Rio.
Yeah.
Before going to war.
Don't even ask.
Don't even ask.
Yeah, right.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Allowing the players what they call a brief walk about town.
Right.
They set sail for home, dodging U-boats and torpedo fire.
Well, it wouldn't,
Not quite, but they made it rumours of U-boats and torpedo fire. They make it back to the UK and they all join up. So now he's in World War One. Third Bloomin Legend moment.
Yeah.
The whole team turns round. They sail back to the UK to volunteer for the war.
Let me just tell you, if you'd known
what was coming,
a little bit of you might have said, this bloody boat.
That's...
No, we've got to wait for a part.
No, but we've got a game on. The game is booked. We can't let them down.
Yeah, we can't let them down. But we've booked it with the Brazilians. They'll be so disappointed.
I'm wondering if Whitehall wouldn't be disgusted if we didn't play the game.
Yes, no. What cancel an arrangement?
Corinthians.
No, but Corinthians torn.
Absolutely.
No, but can you cancel fixtures?
Can this be done? We need to speak to the embassy.
It'd be a great film.
It really would.
Debate that night.
Well, be the one guy saying, "Hold on a minute.
Oh, hold on a second, chaps. There'll be plenty of time for war. This war's going to rumble on, but we've got these fixtures.
Chaps, I don't know about you, but have you seen these new machine guns that they've invented?
No, you could never admit that.
No,
I'm itching to have a crack at the Bosch like the next man.
But surely we have a go at
we've still got 5 more fixtures.
But we can't let them down, Charlie.
We can't possibly just cancel. What will they do?
Can't we bag a few gulls and then bag a few jetties?
Let's bag some gulls and bag some Bosch.
Well, anyway, Max Woosnam, he goes right to the epicenter of the worst of it.
Yes.
So Bloomin Legend number 4 now.
4, yes.
Bloomin Legend moment number 4, he fights at Gallipoli, which is basically running across very flat ground towards multiple nests of machine guns.
Yeah, they're all
terrible fighting.
they're all on the banks.
He fought next to Siegfried Sassoon, one of the original warrior poets.
He wasn't at Gallipoli.
I don't think he was, but either way, he did his time in the army.
So he fought first at where?
He fought first in France.
Right.
So he would have been in the muddy bits.
So he fights alongside. So first of all, he fights alongside Siegfried Sassoon in France.
Yes, he does. In the mud,
right?
I presume.
Yes. Yeah, I know. He would have been in the mud.
There wasn't any other kind of war in those days.
That's it. Well, in the summer it was baked pretty hot.
And then if things were bad enough, they all head off to Gallipoli, which is awful. Well, absolutely awful.
I mean, the Anzacs.
Yeah, they really got the worst of it. They literally running at machine guns.
Yeah, no,
on open, flat ground.
Yeah, one of Churchill's ideas.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
He was captured by the Germans, and he spends time as a prisoner of war. But he kept morale up. Do you know what he did?
What?
He kept organising sporting competitions.
Of course he did.
In the camp.
Oh, do you know what I was really hoping there?
Go on.
I was hoping you were going to say, and that first Christmas, when they played that game of football...
It was him that started
he refereed
it.
Yeah, right. It's amazing.
No, he's in a prisoner of war camp.
Okay.
But Bloomin Legend moment number 5.
He escapes.
Well, he's exchanged with other POWs to return home. And he modestly refuses to talk of his service.
Okay.
He once said, "It was war, not sport. That truly tested a man's nerve."
Okay.
But now we're getting into 1919, so the war's just finished.
Yeah.
He's back in Blighty.
Yeah.
And these are his Olympic years.
Okay. Wow.
So
what happens?
He leaves the military in 1919. 1920 is the moment that cemented his legendary status. His first focus was tennis.
Right.
He's selected to enter the Olympics in Antwerp. And he wins gold in the men's doubles with his partner Noel Turnbull.
Okay, Noel Turnbull.
Max Woosnam and Noel Turnbull.
Can I just say, still tennis hasn't changed, has it? Woosnam, Turnbull, there's a real tennis name.
They are real tennis names.
They're tennis names,
They
aren't
haven't
they?
really changed,
well,
have they?
Woosnam's obviously a real golf name as well.
It is now, yes.
There's no relation. No, there's no relation.
I don't think so, no. He then won silver in the mixed doubles alongside his partner Kitty McCain.
No,
Kathleen Kitty McCain.
Kathleen Kitty. Go on. Come on, Kitty.
Noel, what is his name? Noel Turnbull and Kitty McCain.
What you have to remember here as well, is the women will be wearing a long dress.
A full dress.
A full dress.
Yeah.
And also landing it on a sixpence.
That's right.
And which I see as being
loads of drop shots.
Loads of drop shots.
Yeah.
It's what went wrong with English tennis. There's nothing wrong with tennis. We just scrapped the sixpence. There was nothing to land it on anymore. Anytime you used to speak to any of my father's generation.
Oh, she had such a touch.
No, she could land it on a sixpence. They say.
Kitty McCain.
So, no, but that's what you sort of think. Well, we should have kept sixpences.
We should.
You know,
we should.
And the gents in full trousers.
That's right.
I mean, we are in the era here of
we are
Henri Leconte and
we are. Well, this is now.
Of Lacoste and Fred Perry, right?
We're in the 20s, so we're just before that.
No, Lacoste is 20.
Was he?
Yes,
was
I think
he?
the crocodile is. Yeah.
We're definitely, though, still in the white trouser era.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because if you ever wanted a picture of yourself as a young man, the picture we've got, I don't know if we can put this on the screen. My wife assures me, John, that if you want to, if a gentleman wants to represent his rear end well, in a good pair of slacks, this is how you'd want to be.
That's how you want to be.
This is how you'd want to be seen. He looks very athletic.
You know, on the Lacoste shirt and the Fred Perry shirt, why?
Yes.
Do you know why the collar is like that?
Why?
So that it's designed so it'll stay up when you're at the end with the sun behind.
Oh, so to protect your neck from the sunburn?
Yeah.
Is that all it is?
That's why they stay up.
Right.
They stay up because they're designed to.
Oh, okay.
And then when you go up the other end, you can take it down.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
I just found that out today.
Yeah, there we go. That's what they're designed for.
Wow.
So we're in the 20s, Gav. Do you know Lacoste, where we get the famous shirts?
Yes.
He designed, this is before Fred Perry.
Yeah.
He designed that tennis shirt.
Right.
But the reason the collar is made of that
ribbing.
The rib material.
Yeah.
It's designed so you wouldn't get sunburn on your neck. It stays up.
Oh, it's designed to stay up.
That's why it does stay up. It's designed to stay up when you got the sun behind you.
I never
and you go
knew
the other
that.
end and it comes back. Yes, it's designed
to
stop your neck getting burnt.
Wow.
How about that?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm never going to see it the same again.
No, it changes everything, doesn't it? Once you know.
So he's medalled twice at the 1920 Antwerp Games in the tennis. And then at the same time, he captains Britain's football team in the tournament as well.
Did he?
They didn't medal, but he did that during a tennis tournament, effectively. Then we're into 1921. Woosnam is now captain of Manchester City.
Is he?
Yes, he moves to Manchester. He starts working for a company called Crossley Brothers.
So he's still an amateur footballer. He's captain of Man City.
Yes, and he's working for Crossley Brothers engine manufacturers.
Okay.
In fact, at one point, they lose a match to Leicester, an FA Cup game.
Yeah.
And people are blaming him because he's not available. They're blaming Woosnam because he's had other commitments with
of course
work.
He's got work.
Because when he started at Manchester City, he only played the home games.
Yeah.
Because he had other commitments.
Yes.
And Crossley Brothers, the company he worked for, told him not to miss any more games.
This is the thing about the amateur game. It's a little, I think it became a little bit like when rugby was amateur in New Zealand and Australia. And literally those amateur players, they all had some bogus jobs.
They were sort of not really real jobs.
Yeah, particularly like the All Blacks.
Yeah.
People would say they have always been professional.
Yeah, sure.
I know that's the All Black rugby, and it's a sacred thing.
Sure.
But
they
always had a job with a PR company, just putting personal appearances
always something else.
And they've been paid for a very, because they've always been the biggest stars on the islands.
Fair enough. So he's captain of Man City in 1921 in the first division. He's still the country's top amateur tennis player.
Right.
He makes 93 appearances for City over a 5-year period. And is in the same season as his Olympic gold.
Right.
He captained City to second place.
I'm worried about his golf and his cricket.
In that first division. It's a bit like Erling Haaland. You know, he wins the title and then he wins Wimbledon.
Goes to Wimbledon.
Absolutely bizarre.
Right. Yeah.
In 1922, he enters Wimbledon, the doubles, with a partner called Randolph Lysett, beating the Australian pair James Anderson and Gerald Patterson to become Wimbledon doubles champions. So now he's won Olympic gold at doubles tennis. He's now won Wimbledon.
Imagine that, a Wimbledon champion who's also captain of Manchester City.
Unbelievable.
What great times.
Well, he's also captained Great Britain and he captains England at football one time in 1922. Yeah, during this period. It's absolutely amazing.
He's captain of England and he's won Wimbledon. Imagine that.
And it's
How
ridiculous.
fantastic.
No one's done this kind of
Oh,
all-rounding. Nobody's
These days
come
are gone,
close.
Gav.
So now we're into the 20s. He's obviously really famous.
Yeah.
And he ends up buddies with Charlie Chaplin. And while on a tennis exhibition in the US, they do these tours.
Yeah.
Woosnam stays in Los Angeles and befriends Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
And the two start playing table tennis regularly. Because
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin is
I bet he's
famously
brilliant.
competitive.
No, but he's
brilliant, yes.
I bet he was because he's brilliant physically.
Super agile, and he's small and athletic.
That's
Charlie
fantastic,
Chaplin,
yeah. Did he-
and so's Max Woosnam. So they obviously see each other in each other,
That's
and they're
fantastic.
very competitive. But Woosnam, ever the gentleman, decided to humble Charlie because Charlie was cocky.
Yeah.
So he played him in a match, but he used a butter knife.
You're kidding me.
Hand me that butter knife, Stephen. Oh, and he beat him as well. So Chaplin's got a proper paddle.
He beat him with a butter knife.
Game to me. Are you ready now?
You might think Chaplin's a good table tennis player. Woosnam beat him with a butter knife.
But it reminds me of the gamesmanship thing, doesn't it? Where
No, it's not. I think that's the art of winning games without actually cheating. There's no gamesmanship in this. He's beaten him with a butter knife.
He has.
But
isn't one of the techniques in the art of winning is to borrow the other guy's racket?
No, yes.
Because then you can pretend it's not your normal racket.
I think he's a Corinthian.
He's just having fun.
He's having fun.
Just for the love of the sport.
There is let your attitude be the opposite of your opponent, but they strike me as...
No, but also he's tried to even out the odds a bit.
Yes.
So the game is closer.
Yeah, but there's a bit there. It's like if you borrow your opponent's tennis racket to play because you've forgotten yours. If it's his old racket,
yes.
Anytime you score a point, it's like, tell you what, there's life in the old girl yet. And you can't. And it's
so annoying.
So annoying, yeah, because every point you score, particularly if there's anyone watching, is like 2 points.
Oh,
it's every time.
Like a knife in the heart.
Every point scored with your own racket against you.
And your mind is not on your game. Oh, that's just brilliant. Bloomin Legend moment number 6. He beats Charlie Chaplin at table tennis with a butter knife.
With a butter knife.
And apparently Chaplin laughed at the result and said he'd quote, never seen anyone move so fast.
How about that?
Shortly after the match, Woosnam receives 3 international football caps for England, captaining them once. But he breaks his leg in the 3rd game against Wales, and that ends his football career.
Oh, it's the Welsh.
Ends his football career.
The Welsh. Typical. They couldn't handle a beautiful sporting Englishman. They couldn't handle it. They had to destroy it.
Hack him down, boys.
Yeah, hack him down there. Do something savage. Right? That'd be fantastic. Thinks he's everything with his tennis and his subtlety.
And his butter knife.
Oh, his subtlety, his airs and graces. That would have been abhorrent. To the Welsh, that's abhorrent.
It is very abhorrent.
To see an Englishman who plays tennis and does these wonderful things.
But also,
he beat Chaplin with a butter knife. I'll beat him with a great big boot right there and break his leg. So I will.
Also, he was an aristo. He was quite aristo.
Oh no, the Welsh.
No, but from Monmouthshire.
Yeah.
So the Welsh would have seen him as a slightly.
Oh, Monmouthshire.
Yeah.
Right,
so they would have.
They'd have definitely said, well, he thinks he's clever there, but one of us is going to get him today. I bet they all put a 6pence in a jar, and whoever broke the leg was able to take that and get a nice jar or something.
Nice round of beer.
Yeah, perhaps like a nice new pair of boots for their mother.
So now,
something feminine. Perhaps a nice lace mat. Perhaps a nice lace
steel caps for his mum.
Yeah. Or perhaps a nice lace mat for a Bible at the end of the table, innit? Something religious. See?
So that is, it ended his playing career.
Oh, no.
We're into his later life now. Between the 30s, he passed away in 1965. And from the 30s...
Can I just say, I really... The purpose of this was not to highlight the savagery of the Welsh.
No.
At all, because they're lovely, gentle people. Do you know, there's no swear words in Welsh. They don't
Is that true?
They just use English words to swear.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's such a genteel.
Wow.
And yet, the violence of the Valisci, and we were talking about it last week, weren't we?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Christ.
Yeah.
So, but in no way would we be. But they definitely did it deliberately, and any Welshman would agree.
They took him down.
They hated it. Yeah.
So. Although
and we're not trying to stir up trouble, but they definitely meant that.
Although he won so much,
yeah.
He won gold medals and titles and what have you.
Yeah.
He never went pro. He refused payment for every single sporting event he ever did.
Yeah.
And he was quoted saying, "Sport should be for its own sake, not for money." And despite his fame, he lived quite modestly and quietly, and he was almost forgotten by the public by the time he died. He was 77, passed away in 1965.
Right.
And his final Bloomin Legend moment.
Yes.
This is number 6.
Yes. 7.
7. He did all of these things while having a day job. Now, I know you were
it's
saying, so he worked for Crossley Brothers and then he worked for ICI.
Yeah.
And you're right, the corporations, they love having a sports star
they
there.
do, yeah, but still.
But he did the whole thing.
Yes.
That's where he got his income.
Yes.
That's where his income was
Fantastic.
from.
Let's salute him.
Max Woosnam.
Max Woosnam. Bloomin Legend. So, Gav.
Yes.
Max Woosnam, is he going to go on the board?
Do you know what? We had to do this top 10 blind the first time
I
round.
know.
It's nice to think that he definitely deserves to be in there, but I'm worried about losing Arthur Priest even. Never mind Jack Churchill.
Yeah.
You know, Jack Churchill can't leave that.
No, they're like
leaderboard.
friends to us, aren't they?
They really are. I've grown accustomed to their names.
I can't lose Arthur or Jack.
We can't lose Churchill.
We can't lose Jack.
I mean, we can't mess with Ernie Shackleton.
No,
either,
you really can't.
And the other stories are so mythical.
I mean, it's
and
annoying
legendary.
I can't just switch him with Josephine Baker for an all-male, but she's our only...
No, we got Budic.
Oh, we got Budic.
We
And no
still
one's
got
gonna...
Budic.
Yeah. I just don't know what to do.
I think because it's only sport,
Yes.
even though he's the greatest ever, we've got to
Sorry, Max.
we've got to leave him as an honourable mention, haven't we?
Yeah. I'll put him. I'm going to put him.
Have him hovering down in purgatory.
Without even asking my producer, on the bottom, then I'm going to put honourable mentions.
Yes.
And there's nothing he can do about it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners, to get in touch, email bloominlegends@global.com. bloominlegends@global.com. Sorry, bloominlegends@global.com. Or you can comment and subscribe. Sorry, bloominlegends@global.com.
Okay. You got there in the end.
Or you can comment and subscribe on our YouTube channel, Bloomin Legends, which is
Down
below.
there, yeah.
Which is now down below.
Down there.
Which Craig in Yorkshire has done. What's Craig in Yorkshire saying to us,
Craig
Kev?
says, "Hi guys.
Right.
I would like to nominate my granddad, Little Tommy." Did they call him Little Tommy?
I hope so.
As his granddad. I would like to nominate my granddad, Little Tommy, as a legend. He has had a legendary life.
What did he do?
When he got older, he joined a demolition firm, taking down buildings and used to run across rooftops to destroy chimneys.
Wow.
This is where he met my nan.
What?
He used to bike the 65 miles regularly between Hull and Whitby to court my nan before she finally said yes to him. Later in life, he had a legend.
Hang on a second.
I know.
Did that mean he had to... I'm just trying to think how he got across the Humber. But carry on.
Yes, this bears some scrutiny, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. No,
no. I
before-
just want to picture
He must have
how
gone-
sweaty and hot he must have been
Yeah,
by the
yeah,
time
yeah,
he
by
got
the time
there.
he got there, yeah.
65 miles,
right,
you know.
yeah.
He must have been rake thin by the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, that's a long, especially on those old bikes.
Yeah, really heavy.
Probably three gears.
No gears.
Yeah,
no
no,
gears.
Sternly Archer.
It was made of sort of, high tensile steel.
No,
not
wouldn't it? It was
lightweight
literally like
aluminum.
iron.
Yeah. Wrought iron.
This is a bike of iron.
With curly, like a gate, loads of curly bits all over it. Anyway, later in life, he had a legend accidentally created about him. He was learning bagpipes and practiced them at Whitby Church when visiting his wife's family. The tour guides in the area would be showing people around the church and referred to the phantom piper of the church.
Nice.
For some reason, he would always practice his bagpipes in the church at night, creating this legendary story of a mythical phantom piper.
Yeah.
Alongside this, he also raised loads for charity, completing the 3 peaks 26 times. He had a furnace blow up in his face, melting his goggles into his skin, and then he finally bagpiped over the Humber Bridge to raise money for Marie Curie when my nan was going through cancer treatment. There are more stories about the little Yorkshireman that is Little Tommy, but this is just a few of the highlights, and I think it makes him a blooming legend.
He's blooming legend.
It really does.
Wow,
Thank you very much,
No, but
Craig.
also doing those sort of wind-ups, like enjoying playing the bagpipes
it's
alone in a church.
But for a couple of years.
No, but these are things that always make me think, who can know how he felt
I know.
playing the pipes alone in a church? Just fantastic.
I love it.
This is from Jane and Pete in Auckland. Hey, legends, love the pod. We are Jane and Pete. Brummies in Auckland.
Hi, Jane
Hello,
and Pete.
Jane and Pete. Brummies in Auckland. C-attached pic.
Yeah.
Ironically, listening to Vlad the Impaler episodes whilst making these for a job in the garden. Have a look at the photograph there.
It's a wheelbarrow full of steaks.
Our Bloomin Legend is our mate Geordie Lynn Evans.
Okay.
We met her in Auckland, and then she was seconded to Australia with work and moved there. Now she's as Geordie as a lump of coal on the banks of the Tyne.
Okay.
She's as great a lass as one could wish to meet. She's kind and generous with a dose of that Geordie directness.
Okay.
We were over in Brisbane, where she lived, and caught up with her. Brisbane has got all the creepy crawlies.
Yes, it does, yeah.
I've been to Oz 40 times in 27 years, and there's always an encounter with something evil.
Yeah.
Presumably she means not just the people.
No.
Lynn was telling us about the cane toads that she has in the garden. We looked for them, we couldn't see any. And then she said, "Why, I came home yesterday. I came home yesterday. The dog was barking in the garden. I thought, what's he barking for? No. I gets outside, there's a brown snake on the grass. He's barking at that. It's a brown snake."
And listen, there's an eastern brown snake and a western. You don't even make it to the phone. It's one of the most dangerous snakes on earth.
Mate, you don't even make it to the phone.
You don't even make it to your own
Woodman,
mobile,
certainly,
mate.
On the 4 till 7 thing, every single Monday, we have a creature that dares challenge the beastly dominion of man. And I know we've had both brown snakes of Australia there, and as Gav says, you don't even make it.
And also half of all fatal snake encounters in Australia
are brown snakes.
No, it's people saying, "I'll deal with this."
Yeah.
Go on.
I said to her, "What'd you do? Call a snake catcher?" She goes, "No, man, I grabbed it by the tail and hurried it out with a fence into the neighbours." In the next breath, she said, "I'll go and make some croissants with ham and cheese, a toaster and a fluffy coffee." And she headed back into the house. Sure enough, this snake was brown, was indeed an eastern brown snake.
Deadly.
The second most venomous snake on the planet. Bloomin Legends, best wishes, Jane and Pete. Thank you so much, Jane and Pete.
Geordie Lynn.
And Geordie
Bloomin'
Lynn.
Legend.
Bloomin Legend. To deal with that, because that's one of our heroes. And,
don't touch a brown snake. Yeah.
So Bloomin Legend, well done. Thank you so much for that letter. Do send in your own Bloomin Legends, bloominlegends@global.com, or you can write them down below, comment below if you're watching it on YouTube, or we're also on the socials @Bloomin Legends, which is Instagram and TikTok. We'll see you in episode 37.